All right, we'll see. Things we notice when we do our weekly.
You see yourself
Let's see.
on camera.
We're gonna lift this up now. Yeah, we're live, but we're gonna just do a little camera adjustment here. That a little better? Maybe.
I think it works.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the board.
Yeah, can we see the board? Okay. I'll just wait a little bit here. Yeah, Joey and I are talking stats, going through these real quick.
But the stats isn't the big news this week.
No, not at all. It's going to be
article we came across that
we're really excited. I think we talked about that article, like, you and I talked about it a couple times over the weekend.
It's been the highlight of the week so far.
Yeah.
And the weekend.
We get on
It'll
the
be the highlight of the year probably when it's all
I
said and
think
done.
so. I think it might have repercussions of that article for, I don't know. Shout out to Kitsap Sun, and who wrote that article? Is that Josh Farley or someone else?
I don't remember who it was, but
We just say Josh Farley writes all the articles for the Sun.
yeah, way to go, Josh. Even if it wasn't you, I'm sure you're doing good work.
We'll need to find out who wrote that article and give them kudos, because that was some darn good journalism. And if you don't subscribe to the Kitsap Sun, buy a subscription, a digital subscription at a minimum to the Kitsap Sun, and support local journalism. There's our public service announcement for the day. I'm a subscriber.
Me too.
You are.
I'm a subscriber.
Yeah. So our team is also a subscriber, because we need to know what's going on locally, and we support that. So let's get on to the regular programming, which is the Kitsap Weekly Housing Stats for the week of June 1st through the 7th. We're in June. My name is Stephanie Dupuis with Dupuis team at Keller Williams West Sound, and this is the wonderful.
I'm Joey Walker with the Dupuis team at Keller Williams West Sound.
And we're super excited for the video today. We've been waiting all week.
We have something to talk about.
We do.
We have a lot to talk about.
We do. We do. We're just going to be hashing this one for a while. So we're going to get the stats out of the way, but we might not be able to contain ourselves, because throughout the stats you might be talking about this.
Yeah.
What's coming?
Little teases.
Little teases. All right. Again, you got to fit Joey in here. So Facebook Lives makes you do the portrait version of the camera, but we really need the landscape version to fit two people. Okay, so stats here. New listings, 106. It's about where we've been. We've been between 96 and 137-ish, 140 the last few weeks. So 106 this week. Pretty good, not bad, sellers. Keep listing those properties. 144 pending. Okay, so still more people are putting homes in escrow under contract than we have coming on market, and 91 sold. So a lot of homes falling out of escrow. We still have that problem. We usually have about 20% fall out of escrow, but we're having more than that right now. Here's a trend we've noticed is that price reduction. So sellers who are listing their price are having to reduce price is sneaking up. We've gone up 22%. Price reductions have increased by 22% over the last 2 weeks. It's a pretty significant increase, especially in a seller's market. So what we're going to be looking at today are maybe a couple things, because we've been seeing this just slowly, behind the scenes. Maybe some things might be just market instability. I wouldn't call it a shift, but market instability. A lot of 22 price reductions, pretty significant for where the market is right now, I would say. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's so much a shift, though. I think it's more probably sellers that are. What are we seeing out in the field? The sellers.
I think the word is out now that it is a seller market, and they want to cash in, and they are just pricing homes crazy high.
Crazy high,
just hoping to win.
Yeah. What's a phrase I think we've heard a couple times this week is, I know the comps came in at 400, but I think I'm going to price my house at...
let's say 700 or something.
Crazy prices. I mean, I think some sellers, not all, but I think some sellers are sitting at home having daydreams about winning the lotto with their house. And Joey, does that work?
Usually not. So we have a question.
Does not. We do. Hey, Sean Guerrero is asking, why do you think homes are falling out of escrow? That's a great question. homes are falling out of escrow for several reasons. I think the main reason is buyers are desperate and scared. And I hesitate to use the word desperate, but when you see buyers putting homes under contract with no inspection contingency, that's an act of desperation. Because I think anyone who is thinking clearly right now would just really, that's a dangerous thing to do. And I think buyers are scared, so what they're doing is it's a knee-jerk reaction to put a home under contract too fast. It's like there's a thinking process of, oh crap, we better grab that one before anyone else gets it. It's kind of like playing spoons, but with houses. It's like, boom, people are all like chick, 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 trying to grab the last house. And so whoever gets that house, they get it and they go, ew, that's the one I got. And during the inspection period, they're terminating. Because in Washington State, you can terminate for any reason during the inspection period. Yep. So I think that's why they're falling out. Also, what are some other reasons we're seeing?
I was thinking maybe like low appraisals coming in.
Oh, yeah.
And so people, they get in there and appraisal comes in way low and they don't have the money to make up the gap.
Yep.
And so within their contingency, they're allowed to get out of it.
Right.
So I think that's another issue.
Right, yeah. Yeah, we are seeing more low appraisals. Quite a few buyers are including what's called the 22AD, which is additional down payment, additional D down pay with their contracts to help sellers feel more comfortable in case of low appraisal right now because it's such a problem, but we are seeing low appraisals. We're seeing a couple buyers here and there having financing issues at the last minute. Honestly, I mean, in this market, if you're a listing agent and seller, you need to screen those loans coming in. Are they fully underwritten? In this market, you can say, hey, get fully underwritten. You can really screen the quality of the buyer coming in within the law, and make sure that some of these things could be stopped. So those are some of the main reasons we're seeing why escrows are falling through. But a lot of it's jitters. We're seeing a lot of jitters. Okay, good question though. So this week we've got 239 homes on market. Not a significant increase, but a little bit of an increase. Days on market up to 15, so not a significant increase. Again, we're just stabilizing about 15 days. Here's the biggest news, though, I think, is that sales price to list price buyers, we've been around 107 to 108% sales price to list price, which means 7 to 8% over list price. And this week, we're only 4.4% over list price. So that was a significant decrease. And that was surprising. The other surprising stat we saw this week was we've only had 1 or 2, maybe 3 homes sell below list price per week in the last month or 2. This week we had 7 homes sell below list price. So we saw this week, could be an anomaly, but we saw this week some lower sales prices in relationship to list price. So that being said, exciting news. Kitsap Sun came out with a great news article this week about the new builds, which are, new builds is a real estate term that means new homes are being built in new developments or on a vacant lot. That's what a new build is.
Yep. Apartments.
Yeah.
Other multifamily homes, but yeah.
Yeah. Or single family homes.
Yeah.
Is mainly what we're interested in. So there's a great article in the Kitsap Sun. If you haven't read it, subscribe. It's like $6 a month. And local journalism is important. And they came out with an article, and that article outlined how many new homes, brand new homes built on vacant lots, not new homes as in somebody's been living in it and they're reselling. Those are called resales in real estate, but these are new builds. No one's ever lived in them before, and a builder is building them right now. How many new builds are being constructed in Kitsap County? Coming up with what the plans are for them. they're expecting these to be built in the next 1 to 2 years. So there's big news in that, and they outline where these developments are and how many are expected. So how many are we expecting here? We're expecting.
There are so many developments; it's hard to really count, but it had to been close to a couple thousand.
It was. The numbers, adding them up, 2,000 plus, maybe as many as 3,000 to 4,000 new units. So think about this. So we have a couple things we want to talk to you about today about this, because this
is big.
It's huge.
This is huge news to our
really
market.
Huge. On a couple levels. We need to talk about sellers. If you have a home, you've been waiting for the market to go up, especially in Kitsap County. This is a very local issue, a very local news on this one, because if you have a home you've been thinking of selling, I'm going to wait. Joey, do you think they might have some competition now?
Yeah, I mean, right now you have very little competition.
You have like only 239 homes as competition and thousands of buyers.
Right.
Probably 1,000 or so buyers, I would say.
Yep. And you might wake up one day and all of a sudden there'll be a few hundred more on there, and it's just gonna simple supply demand with more supply, less demand. Prices go down. Yep.
Most of these developments have anywhere from 60 to 500 homes going into the development. We're not even going to talk about the traffic problems, potentially. We're not going to go there. We're just going to talk about the real estate stuff. So, a builder that's going to be adding that many homes to your area, that's going to be competition for you, okay? And Joey, what happens with competition? Does it bring prices up or does it take prices down?
Well, when you have a lot of competition, it'll probably bring the prices down.
Yep.
And it's just one of those things where you follow this, you watch this video because we give you the stats,
right?
And you're going to be in the know, so you're okay. But your family and friends out there that don't know about this, that are like, we're just going to hold on to our home for a few more years.
Send them this video.
The market keeps coming up. Yeah, let them know what's going on.
Yeah, send them the video. Say, hey, buddy, there's more going on than just waiting. Don't game the market. Stop trying to game the market. Right. Okay, right. So we're looking at potentially thousands of homes being added to the Kitsap market that are going to compete with any seller looking to sell. All right, so people are going to be like, hey, but where am I going to go? We're getting people into homes right now. Just call us and we'll share with you how we're doing that. But we're helping our sellers get into homes. Also, you can go buy a new build. This is going to free up, just kind of loosen up the market a little bit. All right, so if that's an issue for you, be prepared, start planning ahead now that your opportunity to make that leap might be coming up. You dig? You got it? Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's that issue. The other thing this can cause, and probably will, I mean, we already have this problem, we're already struggling with a contractor shortage. Anyone try to get, a door hung lately, or
try to build like an ADU on your property
or
something like that?
Right.
Anything that requires a permit?
Right. Yeah. The article shared that Kitsap County, the county is behind by 3 months right now because of all these new developments being brought in. And so there's that type of a backlog caused by this, but also contractors are not available. Contractors have been really backed up for a couple of years now, and it's just been getting worse. It's near impossible to get any sort of construction done locally. What's going to happen when we have thousands of homes being built? We're having a building boom is what's going to happen. This is a massive building boom. Okay? So, if you can't get a contractor now, don't expect to get one coming up in the next 1 to 2 years. I think...
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of out-of-town contractors that are coming in to build these, but they're also getting a hold of all the local ones and scooping them up. And if you're a local contractor and you have 50 homes to build, they're gonna choose that over just the one. It's just unfortunate, but it's just reality.
Exactly. Plumbers are gonna go plumb a 50 unit development before they come and unclog your sink, or replumb the bathroom at your place. So, and Joey, something that we get asked often, I think we got asked it several times this week, was, wow, I can't find any homes on market. I'm just going to, what do they say?
I'm just gonna build.
I was gonna build. Why don't I just buy some land and build my own house on it? And that would normally seem pretty logical under normal circumstances.
Sounds like a good answer to that problem, but that's unless you're willing to wait 4, 5, 6 years.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how it's going right now.
Right. The likelihood of being able to build your own house, I think that's a pipe dream. I think it's absolute pipe dream. We can't find builders right now anyway. Now we've got, a dozen developments coming to town, and builders are going to be even more rare, more difficult, and they're not going to be working on your one home when they've got a 50 unit development or 100 unit development to work on. So I think if you're looking at that, I think very carefully about it and do some serious research before I endeavored on that. In addition, the costs are going up. So that was the second thing. What was the third thing we were thinking about? We should have written these down.
Yeah, I know. Kind of drawing a blank right now. Sellers, don't wait too long. Buyers, if you're trying to build,
don't.
It's gonna be rough.
I wouldn't.
I
know what it was. Here's the other thing. Kitsap County, typically, we're at a balanced market, around 1,800 homes on market. If we're adding 2,000 homes minimum, maybe upwards of 3, 4, who knows? I haven't added it all up yet. We will. That's 2,000 new builds. We're not counting the ones already on market. We're not counting the forbearances. The good news with forbearances, we went from 4.8 million a few months ago down to 2.6 million last week. So they're making headway with the forbearances. Good news. Nice job.
Throughout the nation.
Throughout the nation. 11 million homeowners and renters are 90 days plus late still on rent and mortgage payments. That's nationally. There's still some locally. We're not adding those to the market yet. Maybe that'll get resolved too. Hopefully that'd be great. But we just need to wait and see what happens with that. But we have some unknowns, and we also have great potential for homes being added and flooded into the market. You add new builds into that, and if Kitsap County has capacity for 1,800 homes on market, what's going to happen when we add at least 2,000? And they won't all be added at once, but we also know we have this significant other group, and then we also have all the people who've been waiting the last 4 to 5 years to sell their house, and they might start pushing the go button. So we might have a lot of homes coming on market soon. I could be wrong, and if I was a seller, I would be pushing the go button.
Yeah, it's just a lot of unknowns right now, but what we do know right now is that it's still a great time to sell.
Yep. Right now is.
Right now.
And we're not too sure about the future. Okay. Let us know your questions. We'd love questions. And post them below. If you found this video helpful, please share with your friends. Like our Facebook page. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. I'm Stephanie Dupuis with Dupuis Team at Keller Williams West Sound.
And Joey Walker.
Yeah, we will see you right here next week with Kitsap County Housing Weekly Report. Okay, see you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.